Welcome to Gen X Unfiltered, where three Gen Xers dig through the emotional junk drawer of life
and turn it into an unhinged group chat about everything from pop culture and personal growth to the stuff we never really unpacked.
If you've ever been told to toughen up without cried in commercials, you're our people.
Welcome to Gen X Unfiltered, the podcast. Today we are diving into the legendary comedy Caddyshack, a movie that's definitely silly, definitely ridiculous, and somehow, for some reason, definitely beloved. I'm Kelly, and I'm here to keep it real. I'm not sure if it's a comedy classic or just a glorified golf-themed goof fest.
I'm Steve, and Kelly, buckle up. Caddyshack is pure chaos and pure genius wrapped in one.
And I'm Eric. Whether you think it's goofy or glorious, Caddyshack left a mark on 80s comedy that still felt today.
Not.
Oh, man, you just gave away your feelings right off the top, huh?
Well, I have to say, full disclosure, the very first time I've ever seen this movie in its entirety was literally about 5 minutes ago we finished.
That's right. We literally just rewatched it for some of us more than once. Kelly, the first time, but yeah, we just finished rewatching Caddyshack.
I obviously knew of it. I've seen tiny bits and pieces of it, but to see the whole entire movie, I thought I could go through my whole entire life without having to do that. Nope. They wanted to do a podcast about it.
Yeah, because it's the big anniversary.
Yeah, 40th anniversary coming up.
No, that was like 45, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Is it 45?
It's 45. It came out in 1980.
Good Lord,
Yeah.
it's old.
Yeah.
5 years behind.
I have a lot of things to say about it. They're obviously going to differ from your opinion. I'm just going to go right off the top. Spoiler alert. Me watching it did not change my opinion on it.
Really? Like,
loved it.
Going in, you had negative thoughts going into this movie right away, right?
Well, let's just...
Did any part of this movie sway you?
Let's just go right off the top. It has Rodney Dangerfield, who I despise as an actor.
Oof.
It has Bill Murray, who I find annoying AF as an actor.
Ugh.
And it has Chevy Chase, which I only like in the National Lampoon movies. Every other time I think he's a dick. So right off the top, three people I do not enjoy.
Well, that's too bad.
I actually have an insane hatred for Rodney Dangerfield. The sound of, like, hearing his name makes me want to poke my eyes out. Hearing his voice makes me want to, like, just do worse. Like, I just can't.
No, he's so good.
He's so annoying.
Him walking in as opening when he comes in.
Who holds court better than Rodney Dangerfield?
Oh, yeah, that opening scene where he comes in, it's the golf course with him and his buddy Wang.
Yeah.
And just the dropping the one-liners and dollar bills and everyone's shirts and stuff like that.
One after another.
The one-liners, I gets his bit, but like every word that comes out of his mouth is a one-liner. Like, no, I'm good, thank you.
He's just nailing it with joke after joke, and like loving every minute of it.
But they're not funny.
Oh, they're so good.
Well, they're funny, but they're like lame, but it's perfect.
Exactly. And can we also talk about the fact, like, I have specifically in my life not watched movies with him in it or his comedy, anything like that. But can we talk about in Caddyshack? Like, I don't know if it was just his character, but he looked like he was tweaking out from cocaine the whole time.
Well, the stories I've heard, I think that actually might.
It was the early 80s.
Like, his like lower half, like his legs were just twitching. I'm like, oh my God, sit still.
I mean, it's kind of his bit. You even watch his stand up, he'd always be like, hey, yo, I get no respect. And like pulling his shirt and stuff like that.
He's always fidgeting.
Yeah. But I mean, I feel like you can't fake that all the time. I feel like some of his actual fidgeting.
Oh, maybe. I mean, it might be some of his, like his own personal mannerisms. I don't know.
Maybe he's like ADD or
He's a ball of nervous energy and comedy.
Apparently, he was super nervous he didn't think he'd be good in a movie.
Yeah.
So I think he was really nervous the entire time of this
one.
Look,
I am just speaking. Obviously, I don't know Rodney. I know he's dead, but I don't know Rodney Dangerfield personally. Maybe he is completely different in his real life. But his characters that he plays, because he all plays the same characters, annoying AF. I know there's somebody else out there listening that would agree with me, but maybe not, because as soon as you see the title for this, you're going to be like, yeah, no, Caddyshack, bye.
That's true, yeah. If you're not a Rodney Dangerfield fan, you're probably not going to be watching much Caddyshack.
Yeah.
They thought it would be fun to torture me by making me watch this movie and then do a podcast on it.
You look like you were tortured. Let's be honest. I saw you watching this movie with us, and you look like you were watching this. You look like you were in pain.
Oh, wait a minute. I actually watched it 90% of the time.
Oh, that's good. No,
you can make up all the bullshit you want, but I watched it because I didn't want to hear any one of you say, but you didn't even watch it. You were on your phone.
Language? What if there's children listening?
Yeah. Well, you did get called out at the beginning of the movie on your phone, so that's fine.
Kids go to bed. This is for your parents.
Opening credits. Oh, my God. I do have to say, actually, okay, Eric asked me, and I will say there's actually two things that I could say if I had to pick were okay and made it somewhat worthwhile of an hour and a half of my time.
Hit it with us. What is it?
They played good songs. The soundtrack's good.
Kenny Loggins.
I'll give him that.
And a little Journey in there as well.
The soundtrack made up for it a lot. And I like the little gopher.
I thought the gopher. I think the gopher, everyone loved the gopher.
He's so cute.
Yeah. Yeah. And he was in danger the whole time. Bill Murray was trying to kill him.
Really. The gopher was smarter than Bill Murray. Let's be real.
Most people were in that movie. Bill Murray was, he was the doofus of doofuses in this movie.
Which was even more annoying because, like, it's just like, why are we just... I mean, obviously the movie was in 1980, so there was a ton of stereotypes in that movie. Like,
a lot of the jokes in that movie wouldn't fly today.
No, and like all the workers... Like, it was a movie based on a whole bunch of rich, white, old men with, like, small dick energy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want to back up and just kind of say like what Caddyshack was?
No.
No?
No, I don't.
Oh, okay.
Actually,
really?
Just kidding. Well,
those folks who might not know or need a little refresher.
Well, one of you just do like a literal 30-second synopsis of the movie because it's really not that deep of a movie, so we don't need to like.
If you scratch the surface, though, it's all about interclass warfare and all that stuff.
And technology getting rid of a job.
That's right.
It's terrible how like the stereotypes in that movie were just terrible.
Well, again, that's it. You know, it's a part of its time, right?
Of course.
Clearly, yes. Watching it now, yeah.
Okay, but one of you, Eric, since you brought it up, give a really overview, broad spectrum of what the movie's basically about.
Okay, so the movie takes place at a golf club, Bushwood Golf Club and Golf and Country Club. And it's about Danny Noonan, who is a caddy at this golf club, and he wants to get into college, but he needs a scholarship to get there. So, and he lets go of his better judgment and morals and sucks up to the course snob, which is Judge Smales, to get the scholarship and realizes he does not want to be that person in the end.
Really? That was your synopsis? I feel like...
It's a lot of hijinks that happen between... the caddies and the golfers along the way.
But so here we'll just
that's the main plot line. Intertwined with that is Bill Murray is trying to kill the gopher on the golf course.
Well, okay, so here we'll skip to the second point because it's a little out of order. So we'll talk about the iconic, strong word, but okay, iconic casting characters. Here's some points you guys can discuss. Chevy Chase's awkward and snarky style. See, I thought that he was like a good guy at first.
Well, he was. He's more of he's sort of like a weird, he's supposed to be like this rich guy that just kind of, I guess, doesn't have anything better to do with his time.
Because he had all those like deep philosophical things to say to Danny, who needs a haircut.
Yeah, well, he's kind of being somewhat facetious, I think, too. Yeah. But he had the beat the ball and stuff like that. But he was trying to impart some wisdom on this kid.
I mean, but Chevy, what was his name in the movie?
Ty.
Ty was probably the least annoying one out of all of them.
Really?
Even Danny was annoying. Like, okay, go get your haircut. Like, go away.
Yeah.
So it's also like the early 80s, so it was a bit of the style at the time.
Yeah, exactly.
He had the really awkward girlfriend, and then he went and slept with the hot girl. Typical.
That's right. Yeah.
He did some not so redeeming things in that movie.
Yeah. He was not. Yeah, he's a kid, I guess. He's doing some stupid shit.
But he called himself out. He's like, I'm not the person. I'm becoming the person I don't want to be.
Yeah.
Okay, but. So Chevy Chase's character, he was the least annoying to me.
Well, he always kind of plays that same kind of character. Like, you definitely get some like Clark Griswold vibes at times in there with some of the slapstick he does, and
exactly.
He's always good at that, though, man. Some of the like Chevy when he's trying to get his half in the bag, he's trying to golf in the bushes at night.
The pratfalls in the bush.
He's good.
I know. He's got it.
Yeah.
He also wore the least offensive outfits.
Well, he's dressed.
Yeah.
"Quote unquote" normally, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, because obviously Rodney Dangerfield's dressed like the brash, loud, obnoxious, rich guy that he is.
Hold on, we're gonna get there.
He's new money versus old money.
Exactly.
We're gonna get there.
Yeah.
So Rodney Dangerfield's memorable, can't say that word, one-liners and comedic timing. Do you I'm gonna, because I know you, I'm asking for real. Like, do you? I mean, I think I know the answer, but I'm going to ask. But do you guys, each of your own opinions, do you think that Rodney Dangerfield is an iconic comedian?
Yes.
100% yes.
Have you seen him on like those clips from Carson? Absolutely.
He kills it.
Okay. That's fine. I'm trying to dig deeper because I really don't know. I don't watch much about him because he just makes me want to poke my eyes out.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. Maybe because
he's like a Norm Macdonald. People think Norm Macdonald's the greatest comedian ever.
Yeah.
Or he's
not funny
Not
at
funny.
all.
He got fired from SNL for not being funny.
But also, I think that given the time too, because I mean, Rodney Dangerfield died like 20 years ago.
Yeah.
So I mean, given the time when he was in the height, obviously a lot more jokes were acceptable, a lot more sort of, I don't know other word. I don't mean it to be, well, no, degrading jokes to women.
I don't know if Rodney Dangerfield was really that kind of comic.
But like even the one-liners in Caddyshack, like they were all like, you know, like just, I don't know how, I can't think of any now, but like.
Well, his stand-up was more like self-deprecating and inward.
Well, I was going to say he's more like he'd make fun of himself most of the time. He's like the, I called dial-a-prayer, they told me to go to hell.
That's still
that
great.
kind of stuff.
That's still great. Come on.
Like he'd always be self-deprecating.
Yeah.
Or maybe he's annoying because it's just so lame. I don't know.
But it was like, not like dad jokes, but like, but he was, from what I remember, he wasn't like super offensive. Like he wasn't like a Richard Pryor or something. Like,
I think the big difference is like his stand-up, like you said, was all like self-deprecating. Like my parents took me to a dog show when I was a kid and I won.
No, exactly.
Did you do a what?
Took him to a dog show.
Oh.
And he won.
Yeah, he also went to the doctor. He says, I got 2 weeks to live and I couldn't pay my bills. So he gave me 2 more weeks.
In Caddyshack, he kind of took that same kind of humor and turned it outwards into the people around him.
Yeah.
And I think that was the big difference.
Yeah, like when he's walking through in that first time. And he's
deprecating himself. He's deprecating like, Judge Smales or like Smales' wife or whoever he sees. Yeah.
I don't know why he is just like my top ick. I don't know why, because I haven't really watched a lot with him.
Well,
maybe it's just the
he
voice.
Wasn't in a ton of movies.
I don't know why I have the ick with him.
Yeah, but just to roll back to your question, Rodney Dangerfield, totally iconic. He's a stand-up legend. And I think like in the stand-up community, he did a lot to help with the comedians
too. He had his own club and stuff
like
that.
Good for him. On a human level, like good for you. That's good. Help your fellow.
Yeah.
And on a personal note, when I had an iPod Touch, one of my very first apps I got was the Rodney Dangerfield app.
I remember that when you could like hit the buttons and it would make different.
It would just come up with a daily quote from Rodney Dangerfield.
Oh, really? Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So I guess in the movie, they obviously made him to be like the loud, obnoxious, rich guy with like his clothes were crazy. He had the crazy golf bag.
Well, he was like the new money, the nouveau riche, where he had like that. He had the air horn that would play the song. Like his golf bag had like a beer tag in it.
For me, maybe just the slapstick comedy is just not really my deal. Maybe that's it. Because even that whole scene where he's driving the boat and it goes fast and all these weird things are happening, I'm just like, this is so lame. Like, why is this funny?
That's hilarious. Some of the funniest bits, rewatching it, I forgot. Like some of the funniest bits are just like the really awkward comedy moments. Well, like when Smales and Danny Noonan are like sitting at his desk and there's that stupid lamp in between them.
Well, even for the beginning of that where Danny Noonan thinks he's going to get fired because he just slept with Judge Smales' niece or granddaughter or whatever it was. And he gets summoned to his office at night. Judge Smales has his back to him.
Yeah.
And Danny Noonan comes in and sits down.
Yeah.
And he's trying to be all dramatic. He's like, sit down, Daddy.
he's already sitting.
And then he turns around and they got that stupid lamp and they're trying to talk. He just smacks it out of the way. Like, it's just stuff like that. It's just it's so perfect that it's...
Same thing in the golf club when Chevy Chase is trying to... Smales wants to talk to Chevy Chase about not entering the golf tournament.
Yeah.
And it's like, come over here, Ty, let's talk. And then he's like, okay. And then
because Chevy Chase is behind the bar.
He's behind the bar. He can just kind of like lean forward and that was it.
And Ted Knight had taken like 2 more steps further, so he turns around and he's not.
He's not there. And Chevy Chase is looking at him like he's an asshole. He's like, hey, I'm over here, dummy. Like,
like it's just little things like that that are just, to me, I think are like perfect.
Yeah. No, and I mean, maybe that's just because I'm not like that. I don't know. I don't know why. Maybe it's just not my thing. I don't know.
Yeah, no, to me it's stuff like that because it isn't like in your face, like over the top of like Jim Carrey talking out of his ass.
Yeah.
So then they also have Bill Murray as a wild and unpredictable caddy master character. I don't think he was like wild and unpredictable. I mean, honestly, I think that character, I don't know. Did you think that character was funny?
Yeah, I thought it was funny. His own like dark, perverted sort of way.
Yeah, he's just a weird character. Like the stuff that comes out of his mouth when he's watching like the older ladies golf and stuff like that. He's using the golf ball cleaner.
There's a lot of innuendo there, right? Like the golf ball cleaner looks like it's supposed to be like doing something else.
Yeah. Well, I mean that part, but I mean his character. I mean it was kind of just like
when he'd get in an argument with the head of I'm trying to think with the groundskeeper with maybe the groundskeeper Willie, Scottish guy with an accent. Yeah. Telling him to kill the gophers. Gophers. He's like, well, if you kill the golfers, who's going to... Not gophers, gophers. Like, just stuff like that.
He's also got 2 of the most quotable lines in the movie. Like, when he's talking about how, like, the Dalai Lama on his deathbed is going to give him, like, I've got total consciousness.
I got that going for me, which is nice. Yeah,
exactly.
Like, it's just the whole line is...
I'm a loser, but I've got this going for me when I die. The Dalai Lama is going to grant me, like, total consciousness.
It's a super random scene, and the whole time he's got like that pitchfork to the kid's throat as he's telling the story. He's like, I got on as a looper in Tibet.
And that other part where he's like, he's whacking the flowers with his golf club, but he's pretending he's actually doing like a real round.
Like Augusta,
exactly.
Cinderella story or Cinderella boy.
He's the Cinderella boy in his own mind.
I'm gonna reel it back in for a minute because otherwise this whole podcast is just gonna be you guys talking about scenes.
Yeah,
which is fine.
Okay,
but like,
reel us back in. Where are we going here?
Because I mean, otherwise I could just go and leave because I need to. I could go for a nap. That's fine. I'm not saying that in a bad way. I'm like, but if you guys just want to talk about scenes, because I mean, it's just I don't remember that.
Keep us on track. We got a script here.
Well, it's sort of just points. But is there any other supporting characters like out of those three who are obviously, and then obviously the old rich guy was kind of the main one. But like, did you think that all the characters like had their own humor, or they all worked, or was there a character that was just kind of like,
The character was kind of meh.
I thought they were all pretty good. I mean, you got like obviously, but they didn't even mention
the bishop was funny.
We didn't even mention Ted Knight in here. Like Judge Smales, like he was great.
That's why I'm asking about other people.
Like I would like he's basically the four. It was kind of the four of them: Chevy Chase, Rodney Dangerfield, Bill Murray.
But I said aside from him because you've already talked about him. But I'm like supporting characters, like anybody.
Yeah, well, I mean, like Ted Judge Smales' wife is pretty funny in it.
I forgot her feints they're hilarious. Her reaction to things, that's half the joke sometimes.
Yeah, so just stuff like that. Like she's, especially this pompous, rich older white woman who's just like,
duty in the pool.
Yes,
my.
Like I don't understand. That whole pool scene was fine, and then all of a sudden, like all these men started synchronized swimming. Like
that was a little random.
I'm
not sure if that was like a Swan Lake parody or
I think it's just
something.
supposed to be something like that.
Sort of
like
a parody,
it's just,
but like why?
I don't know. It's
supposed to be funny.
It's supposed to be funny because I guess it's kind of ridiculous. You've had these like low rent caddies, doing like synchronized swimming in the pool.
Oh, they were all caddies.
Yeah. Well, even that. Did you see the sign that said free spin for caddies from like 1 o'clock to 1:15?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
the generous owners are giving the caddies 15 minutes to swim.
Yeah.
Okay, I see.
And then someone drops what turns out to be a candy bar in the pool.
Yeah, a baby Ruth.
Yeah, which then Bill Murray eats.
Yeah, it's no big deal.
But any other characters like?
Even like Spalding, the nephew, was pretty funny.
Yeah,
playing like that, like obnoxious, like rich kid. He's down in the drinks. I think everyone did that when they were like, you're like 16, 17, like a family, like a party like that. You see, he's grabbing like the drinks off the table that are booze, and but no one's looking. He grabs the one with got the cigarette butts in it. Yeah, he goes and pukes in the sunroof.
I swear to God, I actually watched this movie and I don't remember half of those.
You probably just fully disassociated.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I watched, but I guess I just wasn't like registering. I mean, I remember like the characters you're talking about, but those specific scenes, I'm just like, whoa, I don't remember that.
No, I mean, I think, I think it all built Brian Doyle Murray is like the head, like the head caddy. I don't know what the hell his title is. Brian Doyle Murray.
Was he the manager of the?
That was like the manager or whatever. Yeah. But he's funny, and they're just some of the lines he's got and stuff like that. He actually wrote the movie. One of the writers of the movie.
I had no idea until I saw the credits.
But I don't know. I think it works on like.
Yeah.
I don't think there was any real weak spots.
Not that I can think of.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we have, I'm going to bounce around, so don't follow these notes too closely, okay?
Okay, I won't get the ADD about this.
Well, you will, but just ignore it. Okay, so some memorable scenes. I'm going to read the ones that I've written on my notes. Obviously, there's going to be more, though we've talked about a lot of them. But obviously, the gopher subplot and its quirky humor. I mean, it was funny. Like, it was super cheesy, but like the gopher was cute. It was like a little sassy gopher.
Yeah.
It was just funny how it was paying attention to Bill Murray. So it was watching Bill Murray, figured out all his plans right when Bill Murray's putting all the C2 or C4 like little.
That's what I mean.
The little animals
rabbits together. You see the gophers in there watching, be like,
He was smarter than Bill Murray.
Yeah, it was Bill Murray.
Yeah.
So that was cute. Classic lines like the Cinderella story and Bill Murray's rants. We already talked about that.
We talked about the Cinderella story.
That was a good one, yeah.
And then how these moments have become part of the cultural lexicon. I don't even know what that means. Do you?
Well, it means people like use these, people will use these lines like in real life as like jokes and stuff like that, yeah.
Yeah, like the Cinderella story.
That one I heard
I remember that was like a ringtone you could buy for your cell phone back in the day.
I remember that buying ringtones back in the day. That's all.
So what we talked about some scenes, and that's fine. You guys can just talk about things like, scenes and whatever. But is there any other scenes that we haven't talked about that are like?
Oh, geez. Memorable? I mean, I think there's a ton of them. I mean, just the banter. I mean, because you don't golf, which
no.
But the stress of teeing off, anyone who listens to this, I'm a
with an audience.
I'm a terrible golfer. But
same.
when you're teeing off, especially at that first tee box, and you've got a crowd around you, the stress to not shank it is
it's immense.
It's immense.
Yeah.
Do you still shank it?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Totally.
I can do that with any time.
Yeah.
I actually was shanking it, but no, I was getting this so the very first scene there where Ted Knight's getting ready to tee off, and fucking Rodney Dangerfield's like $20 says he's shanking to the woods or whatever.
Oh yeah.
It's like that. You fucking guy. Like,
Stop saying the F word.
sorry, but but to be the guy teeing off, it's like how stressful that is, and then you have Rodney Dangerfield, they're chirping at you. Yeah. And what does he do? He shanks it right in the woods.
Yeah, and then of course Judge Smails, he can't be cool about it. He was like,
yeah.
And sir, I never shank.
Why do men have such egos?
Because they're getting called out, like they make him look like an asshole in front of everybody. He's trying to save some face.
Judge Smails is trying to be like the alpha dog of that.
Yeah.
Like,
Is it
that
snails
clubhouse.
or smales?
Smails. Have I been saying it wrong? Judge
No.
I just don't know if
Judge Smails.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, Eric, do you have a scene that we haven't talked about? That's memorable.
A memorable scene? No, I don't think so. I think we touched on them all. I'm sure there's something like.
Well,
that I
no,
can't think of.
obviously, but I'm just saying nothing that we haven't mentioned that it's a scene that you like or whatever.
Maybe come back to me on that one. Give me a second to think.
No, because it's one and done. I'm not going back.
When Judge Smails gets hit in the nuts by Rodney Dangerfield, he's like, 4, I should have yelled 2.
Just when the whole thing's shot, it's so terrible and cheesy, but I can't help but laugh at every time because it's a close-up of the ball coming, and then the next shot is a close-up of a crotch. Just a still shot of a crotch, and then the ball nails the crotch. and it's so terrible that I can't help but... It's like, oh... But I can't help but laugh. And then the icing on the cake is should have yelled 2.
Should have yelled 2.
All right.
Oh, man, it works on so many levels.
Are you composed?
I'm good. What's next?
Okay, so one of you talked about this before. I can't remember Steve, Eric. I don't know. It's either one of you. There's only 2 of you here, so it wasn't me. But the movie's commentary on social class and exclusivity.
Well, that's sort of like the subplot, not even the subplot, but that's kind of the theme of the whole movie. Is Danny Noonan is a middle lower class kid who can't afford to go to university, so he's working at the wealthy school, the wealthy
golf
country club.
Yeah.
Right? And then even in the country club, you've got the caddies and the filthy, unwashed masses, if you want to call them. You got the poor kids working as the caddies for the rich people who pay them, the tips are like, what do you get, a quarter for the one time?
Yeah.
And then you've got the new money versus the old money, sort of between Ted Knight and Rodney Dangerfield.
Yep.
So you kind of have that theme throughout the entire thing.
It's really an expose on the class system.
Yeah. Yeah. And then to mention, again, I know it was 1980, so it was a lot different. But I'm just saying, I think, whatever. But like even the people that worked in the clubhouse, like the guy that was like sort of like the housekeeper of the men's clubhouse, he was a black man.
Yeah, that's
he
true.
Was
Yeah,
doing the laundry and all
Yeah.
that kind of stuff, shining the shoes and like that stuff. I'm not saying that nowadays, but I'm just saying I feel like that was cast very stereotypically in 1980. Like,
for sure.
You know, stereotypical.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess
it just helps paint the elite like in a more of a negative light, right?
Yeah.
Like, look at these guys that think
these rich white old men. Yeah.
Rich white old men who think they're better than everybody.
Because none of the rich old people, they were all white.
Yep.
No, exactly. And then they make the off-colored. Ted Knight sort of makes is about to tell an off-colored joke.
Yeah.
And the black man that works there is like you said, is the manager or whatever. Gets, he's like, God damn, son of a, like, in terms of ruining his shoes because he's pissed off that he hears him saying this stuff.
Yeah.
Well, he was like the guy giving the massage and the guy taking out the garbage and whatever. I don't know, janitor, I guess, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know what his title was, yeah.
So outsiders versus the elite, how chaos disrupts the status quo. I don't even know what that means.
Well, I think
that's Rodney Dangerfield's character.
Rodney Dangerfield's character, the whole pool scene, right? Yeah. It's all prim and proper, and all these old ladies getting their suntans with their margaritas, and it's all quiet.
They live by a set of rules and order, and Rodney Dangerfield comes in and says, like, we're gonna gamble on the course, which is illegal. Yeah. I'm gonna like be rude and play my music on the course.
I'm gonna buy the golf course and turn it into condos
or
whatever,
right?
All
totally
that
disrupts their system.
Yeah, and like I said, that whole pool scene with the caddies coming in, right? You got all the old ladies there suntanning and stuff like that, all prim and proper, and then all of a sudden, all the poor caddies come in and start running amok and tearing the place apart, right?
Even Judge Smails was trying to christen his new boat.
Yeah, that's right.
Having a ceremony under the water at Kristen's boat, and there comes Rodney Dangerfield with his boat, coming to say hello, and just trashes the whole scene.
That's right. The new money versus old money.
Yep.
Right? Tonight's there in his captain's outfit.
The Flying Wasp, even. The ship, yeah?
Yeah.
How Caddyshack reflects 80s attitudes and style. I mean, I don't know. I mean, obviously it was very 80s. Well, I don't know. It was more like 70s because it was 1980, so it was very 70s influence.
Yeah.
It had that very late 70s to early 80s kind of that era kind of meshed into the same kind of look.
Like the bell-bottomy pants.
Kind of like the end of the disco era.
Yeah, end of the disco era.
Thing,
People are kind of like long, kind of feathery hair still.
Yeah, I mean, styles, obviously, like, it's also on a golf course, so what some of them are wearing is not really what people would really wear that time because they're supposed to be playing golf, so they're wearing like more golf themed clothes. But yeah, no, definitely the styles, the caddies and the hair and stuff. Yeah, much more like the early '80s kind of feathered hair and stuff. Yeah.
So then, like the nostalgia factor, obviously, the '80s fashion, music, and vibe captured in the film. Like I said, I don't think it was so much '80s as like late '70s fashion.
It's very early '80s. So yeah, it's not.
But the music was good. I like the music and vibe. I don't know. I mean, was it really a vibe? Like, it was kind of, because I feel like each character, obviously it's a comedy movie, and they were trying to, like you said, the different social classes and the new old money, they were trying to very much make that prominent in the movie. So I think a lot of the characters were exaggerated in their style and like stuff like that.
Yeah. Like Rodney Dangerfield's like a suit that he comes in and it's like multicolored, like,
Yeah.
Even his big red Rolls Royce with the loud horn on it.
So I think like the vibe captured in the film, like, I mean, I think obviously it was just an exaggerated vibe. It wasn't like a,
oh yeah, I mean it's a comedy. It's not. It is making some social commentary, but it's not trying to like.
No, but I think they were trying. Part of the humor of the movie is to have a very distinct difference between like the different classes, right? So it was obvious.
No, you want
to
have
that's why
that.
I'm just saying, like, I feel like each character was definitely overly exaggerated. I get it; it's a comedy movie. It's going to be.
Well, the whole judge being like, he's said Knight's got like the silver hair and the way he kind of walks and talks.
With his
how
chest
dare
puffed
you,
out.
sir? Like, like is that
very pompous?
Yeah, exactly. Where Rodney Dangerfield's like, hey, we're all gonna get laid.
He's
exactly.
Like
the new rich
he's
guy.
the everyman.
Yeah. So how Caddyshack connects to Gen X's youth and memories? I mean, doesn't connect to me because I didn't watch it until today. So
yeah, I was in this area like my dad took me to see Caddyshack 2 in the theater.
Oh man!
And he already apologized. It was not as good as number one.
Oh, sorry, son.
But so I remember seeing number one, but I don't know when the first time I saw it, to be honest, but it's definitely something I've seen, and every time I see it now, I still will watch it.
Here's the thing: like I remember seeing when I was like a kid, like probably on TV or something, and when I was little, I liked the gopher, and that was really all I kind of understood. I thought the gopher was hilarious. As I got older and watched it more, I'm like, this movie is actually just funny on a whole different level.
Can I just point out an observation, since I have no personal references, but my observation in the amount of years that I've known you guys, because we're old. Not really, but we're old. And I've known you guys for a very long time, that the whole span of knowing you guys, you have always made references to Caddyshack. So obviously it's had some impact on you from watching it young to like now.
Oh, yeah. No, I mean, I think probably like Eric. Yeah, like I remember watching it when I was younger, and probably more like the, or like the Chevy Chase, like slapsticky pratfall stuff, or like the Dookie. Or Duty, whatever.
Duty,
he yells when the poo in the pool.
The poo in the,
that as a kid would be like, oh, this is hilarious. Not necessarily finding like some of the whole on my deathbed I have a total enlightenment. Probably as a kid didn't find that so funny, or like but as you get older, it's like, oh wait, there's a lot more to this, or like
there's a lot more going on
some
here.
of the nuances, just the way they deliver the lines and stuff. Like watching now, it's still, even watching tonight, like neither one of us were like in tears laughing, but still laughing throughout it.
Oh yeah, exactly.
You haven't seen it. I don't know how many times and whatever, but
I've seen the movie definitely like, probably like 10 times.
Oh, at least,
over the course of my life,
It's one of those ones, it's on TV, flip on and watch the Caddyshack or whatever,
All right, so first timers versus super fans. Like, I mean, look, I'm obviously trying to be humorous by saying how much I hated it, but deep down in my core, if I never have to watch that movie again, like, it will be a good day.
Not a single laugh?
No, like, honestly, I don't know. And I'm not saying this in a derogatory way, and I don't mean to say it in a derogatory way. I just don't know how else to kind of say it. But, like, honestly, I understand that there are women that enjoy Caddyshack. Okay, I'm going to say that. However, I do feel like it's a movie that's more geared to, like, the men audience, the men brain, the men jokes, the men humor, than it is for women's humor. And it's very slapsticky, and I just don't particularly like super slapsticky. Again,
I find it funny that which is totally fine, but the fact that you think it's slapstick, to me,
I do.
I don't think it is at all.
I do, and that's fine.
No, which is funny. Like,
but also, we also have to look at it from this perspective. Like, in all honesty, between the three of us, the two of you are and I'm not saying this in a good or bad way. I'm saying this in a factual way, that the two of you are way more of movie buffs than I am.
I thought you were going to say we're funnier than you.
Oh no, hold on. Let me just finish, because I don't have much to insightfulness say in this.
Okay, go on.
Podcast. I just want to say this part. I feel like you guys are obviously way more movie buffs than I am. You like all different types of movies. You've written comedic scripts. Like, you appreciate the art of comedy and timing and all that stuff. So you guys are looking at it from a totally different perspective. Although, like, you're looking at it as just like, we think it's funny.
Yeah.
But all those little things that you said of like the comedic timing and the things, like, I just didn't really notice that. Maybe that's just because it's a natural thing. But you guys,
you want to call us auteurs,
no, listen. But you guys notice that and appreciate that, and so, like, I'm not saying that's a bad thing. That's a good thing. So I think that just you two alone are looking at it from a different perspective.
Yeah.
Me, I just see it as slapstick, bad dad jokes, trying too hard to be funny.
Yeah, no, and that's totally fair. Like, I never really thought of it that, like, sort of.
Yeah,
but yeah, no, I mean, that's totally fair. I mean, it's geared like. Yeah, I think
I'd say it's fair to say it's definitely like a comedy geared towards young males.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm obviously there's going to be women out there who are huge fans of any one of those actors who watch it, for sure. But, like, again, I'm just saying, I also think, and I'm not saying everybody who enjoys the movie is coming at it from this vision, but between the three of us, you guys see it not deeper, but you know what I mean, in a different way than I do. Like, I can't appreciate. Yes, that scene you were talking about where he's like, "Oh, come over here, talk to me in private," and he walks and he's just like on the door.
He walks by himself.
Yeah,
and it's just a conversation and no one's there.
No, but like, like, obviously, I'm like, okay, well, that's like, haha, funny. But I know.
Sorry, go on.
No. I was just gonna say, but like the way when you talked about it, or you talked about the lamp, it's like, you guys notice the comedic timing and you appreciate that.
Yeah. I'm just about to laugh about the sit down, Danny.
You guys can't ever let me have something good to say.
It's just the juxtaposition of that character, because he thinks in his head he is like the king shit.
Yeah.
But he does these things that really undermine him.
He's kind of a joke.
Doofus,
I'm giving you guys props for being like
No, I appreciate it.
Intuitive and having a different opinion when you watch movies, because you. Like I said, you've studied movies in school, and you've written your own scripts, and you've went to, you've done training for comedic writing and all that stuff. So you have like an appreciation.
Yeah, no,
for
and I'd say I never really thought about any. We have done that stuff, but I didn't really think about that, to be honest.
Well, but I think it's just a natural thing.
Yeah, but it does make sense. But it's something I never really thought about, like, in terms of how maybe we do watch and stuff. But but it's I can see where you could not find it funny. And
then if you want to enter the room, if you want to introduce me as the auteur,
stop.
I'm okay with that.
No, but I think like it's just, but even aside from this movie, we all have different tastes in this. Do you want to? Sorry, I just had to point to Steve.
Oh yeah.
Before, like, even aside from this movie, like the three of us the two of you are similar, but.
Yeah.
We between the two of you and me, we have very different tastes in movies. So like it's,
which is fine, but yeah.
So I mean, it's just can I appreciate, after hearing you guys talk about the different comedic stuff, and
maybe we need to rewatch it with a fresh lens.
Let me finish. Can I appreciate, after hearing you guys talk about it, stuff that I didn't really pick up on while watching it? Yeah, I mean, I can appreciate that, and I can appreciate it was like whatever. Would I still ever watch it again? No. Do the jokes still annoy me? Yeah. Does that? Yeah. Like, that doesn't change that.
Yeah.
But I can see now how it has a lot more symbolism and whatever the case may be.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, that's cool. Yeah. And like you say, it's too bad you didn't enjoy it, because I think it's funny, but I get it. Comedy is very.
But you didn't like The Notebook, and I did. So, there you go.
No. Oh, yeah.
I'm just saying, like, I was trying to think, or Serendipity, you guys hate that movie, and I love it.
I don't think I've ever saw Serendipity, but I've heard enough bad things about it.
Anyway, my point is like, obviously.
Yeah, no, and that's especially comedies are a hard thing, because what people find funny, like, it's very subjective and different.
Well, but here's another example, like Anchorman, that movie. Yeah, I think there's funny parts in it, but overall, did I find it kind of annoying? Yeah, I did.
Oh my God.
But see, it's that same kind of like humor,
but I
right?
can see why.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not. I can understand why someone may not like Rodney Dangerfield. I can get it.
Yeah. Same with Will Ferrell, right?
Yeah.
But
Like,
it's a certain kind of humor.
But I like Will Ferrell.
Jim Carrey's the same way.
Oh, Jim Carrey, don't get me started. But I like Will Ferrell in a lot of things. But the Anchorman was just, I think it's because it was that like dry, like sort of more underlying funny that was like not right flat in your face, but it was kind of like.
Well, and it was sort of
I don't know.
Different humor in there too. Like,
But I know you guys like die watching it.
It was one of my favorite comedies when I first saw it. I'm like, this blew my socks off.
Oh,
you know what I mean? And I can appreciate that it's funny.
Back when I first saw it, like, maybe it hasn't aged as well as other comedies, but like when I saw it, back then, I thought it was hilarious.
You guys are totally going to go watch Anchorman again, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen it in a long time,
But I think it's just like interesting. And I mean, this is why podcasts like this like are interesting because obviously, duh, you guys are two guys, I'm a girl. Just on that level alone, we're going to have different interests as far as like, again, I'm speaking just in this situation. So it's like interesting because, I don't really see what you guys see in it, but that doesn't mean that it's bad. It's just I don't really see.
It's just everyone, and it's especially like I said, when it comes to comedy is tough because people have very different tastes in what they think is funny.
I don't know why I'm not, and I'm just saying this because that's what I think of it as, but you don't. But like I don't know why that like slapsticky stuff like just doesn't. I don't know why it's just annoying.
It just doesn't resonate with you. That's all right.
Yeah, it's just it's weird though. Maybe it's like annoying.
Just that's a different strokes for different folks, right?
Yeah.
Like it's comedy's very
You think John Cusack in I don't know, Serendipity's funny.
Okay, but it's not really a comedy. It's like a romantic.
Oh, romantic comedy.
I mean,
maybe you prefer more realistic situations.
Well, I just think that I can appreciate a good comedy for sure. Yeah. But I think that just not that kind of like, to me, it's like, poop and fart jokes.
Yeah. That's like I said, I can see why
it's a lot of juvenile humor.
People may not appreciate Rodney Dangerfield because he is his delivery, his mannerisms. I can see where people
makes me anxious to like hear him and look at him.
Jittery and
maybe that's it. He just makes me uncomfortable because he's so like I just want to be like, oh my god, stop! You're making me jittery. Like it's like, is that? I'm not saying he did. I know, R.I.P. He's dead. I can't. Whatever. Blah blah blah. But like, it literally makes me think he just went to the bathroom and huffed some snowy stuff and came back out.
Like I said, from what I understand, I think that was like going a lot on that.
Oh my gosh! And I mean,
a couple of people in that movie had some.
I mean, I would
issues with that stuff.
Well, yeah, but I mean, it was the 80s. But like,
it was everywhere.
I would, I can appreciate the little things that you guys said about him, like as far as being very helpful in the comedic community and all that stuff.
Outside of all this, it sounds like you hear a lot of comics saying like that he really helped him a lot when they were starting out and stuff like that. Because I don't know if he's still around, but he had Dangerfield was the comedy store in New York, I think, or something.
Yeah. I just want to make sure to see if we missed anything. We've kind of talked about everything. What about its impact on comedy and pop culture over the decades?
I mean, it spawned a sequel that was terrible. We talked about.
But did the actors come back?
No.
Right away.
Chevy Chase made a cameo, but I think that was really
Dan Aykroyd was in it.
But right away, it's going to fail.
I know. It's one of those, but there's a lot of comedy movies like that too. They try and the first one, it's like sort of lightning in a bottle. Then they try and redo it. And it's like, oof. Yeah. And I don't know if it was the same because it was Harold Ramis too. I forgot he was the director or whatever, right? But so I don't know if he was involved in the second one. I'm guessing no, but I don't know for sure. Yeah. But that's the thing too. Looking at the names of who was involved in this, like Harold Ramis, like he was huge, obviously with Ghostbusters and stuff.
Can I just like fine tune the last little point and kind of like make it a little better so I can give you guys better direction?
Absolutely.
I don't know what I'm saying because I'm like, wait, this is a good way to end the podcast.
Okay.
So the movie's legacy and influence on comedy today. Eric, go first.
Movie's influence and legacy on comedy today?
Yeah.
Well, I think the movie's a cult classic because it's just got so many iconic characters and jokes and scenes and quotable moments. But its lasting impact, I don't know, to be honest.
Well, I'm just trying to think too, like, was that one of the first kind of comedies about like with sports involved? I'm not even sure, to be honest. Like,
Actually, that's
You
probably,
know?
that's probably
So that's
really
probably
valid.
why it's relatable.
That's probably really valid right there.
Yeah,
I think
I'm
a
just trying to think if there was
comedy.
more like if that was one of the first ones or not. I'm not too sure. Like then what came out after it? Like the 80s and stuff. So
I think it's the nail on the head right there. Like sports comedies. Like,
yeah, like I'm
But
not sure if there was
you-
ones really before that. There were.
No.
If there were. I don't know.
Do
I can
you
think of.
think that like, so obviously like, you didn't watch it in 1980 because,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
But like you were just very little.
Yeah.
But so, I mean, you obviously watched it when it was like, 10 years, 15 years old
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah.
But you also grew up with like those actors and other things, right? So you knew them. But like, do you
Yeah.
think people today, like say like a 25-year-old today would like it? Or would it be too like foreign to like? I don't know. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Could like
I mean, I'm sure there
could
is, but
a Gen Z
yeah.
enjoy it?
I think they just find it really offensive.
I think they could watch. I think I don't think Caddyshack would be too over the top offensive for someone to watch
No.
for today's. I guess there are definitely jokes in there and some
Yeah.
things that but I think overall,
Yeah.
you could watch it today and I think it would be okay.
Yeah.
But I
The
mean,
only thing I
like,
think is maybe like the pacing's a little slower than like comedies
Yeah.
today.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I can really think.
Well, that's the thing, maybe stuff like that. But in terms
Yeah.
of like offensiveness or like jokes where it's like, oh, you could not get away with that today.
Yeah.
Most of them, there are a couple here and there, but generally, I think it'd be okay.
Yeah.
yeah.
There are a few little stereotypes that maybe, like, I don't know, but I think it'd be.
Yeah.
I just feel like, I wouldn't want to put some 25-year-olds. I lost track of what I was saying. I hiccuped.
See, I think I could think of what it's not like a Blazing Saddles or something like that, where
No.
yeah.
like,
But I wouldn't want to inflict Rodney Dangerfield on anybody.
they should be lucky to experience them.
All people, no matter what age,
They
should go and immerse themselves in Rodney
Let
Watch
me-
this
Dangerfield.
and go watch Back to School.
I feel like I
Yes.
just need to say this as well, because even though if the people aren't listening this far, I do want to disclaim that although I'm shitting on Rodney Dangerfield and I find his acting in comedy very annoying, I can appreciate the fact that he was a great comedian. Clearly he was a stand-up comedian, whatever. Clearly he was. Is his act interest me? No, and that's okay. But I can always appreciate somebody who's good at their art.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
I mean, again, I'd rather walk over hot coals and listen to it, but that's fine.
Go watch him on Carson. It's good stuff.
No, I mean, like I'm sure it was. It's just not really my jam. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but I think that's important to clarify so people don't think I'm just like, I think that, I appreciate anybody that's good at whatever their art is or their craft. I mean, just because I don't like it doesn't mean it's not valid.
Yeah, no, that's
Yeah.
fair.
So
No, and I think I appreciate the fact that you went and watched this movie even though you were going to hate it.
Yeah, you went in
Go
with
in
went in not wanting to do it, but you did. So
Yeah.
hats off to you.
There we
Yeah,
go.
I mean-
tip of the hat. You
suffered through it.
exactly.
Could I have died without ever seeing it? Yeah, I would have been okay. I wouldn't have regretted it for sure. Can I now say that I've seen it? Yeah, I can do that too. I will not voluntarily be ever watching it again though. But that's just me. That's just not really my thing. Maybe we should watch The Notebook again.
I think once you get a chance to sleep on this, you'll be quoting Caddyshack
That's
before you
right.
know it.
I think so.
I think so. Be dropping quotes and be like, oh shit.
You'll hear Kenny Loggins playing in your head and just
Exactly.
be dancing on the golf course.
All right, guys, but comment below. Let us know if you've seen Caddyshack and share some of your favorite quotes from the movie. We'd love to read them.
Absolutely, yeah. Let us know.
Definitely.
Let us know. Yeah.
And if you've never seen Caddyshack, let me know if you're going to watch. Do it.
Check it out.
In solidarity with me. It's an hour and a half of your time. Just I'm
check it
sorry.
out. Definitely worth
but
watching.
Yes.
give it a shot and then comment below and let us know. But that's it for today's podcast. We thank you guys so very much for joining us, and we will see you next week.
Take care,
Bye,
everybody.
everyone.
guys.